Publitarian Podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ronald Johnson, Publitarian, coming at you again with another episode of Publitarian Podcast. And today I've got a special treat for you guys. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it, announcer guy?
And now, please welcome to the podcast, a patriotic true American, an all-around badass babe, Woman for America.
That's right, I have with me today the beautiful, amazing, patriotic Instagrammer known as Woman for America. How are you today, my dear?
I am doing good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being on.
How are you doing?
Oh, I am doing wonderful because I'm talking to the amazing Woman for America, obviously.
Oh, thank you.
I want to just get right into the hard-hitting stuff, and I want to know your feelings on Fiona the hippo.
Baby Fiona. She is such a beautiful, beautiful little hippo. I discovered her on YouTube because I always look up animals and cute little animals, babies, things like that. And she came up. It was at Cincinnati Zoo, Baby Fiona. So I clicked on it and oh my God, I fell in love. She was the most adorable baby hippo. She was the first premature hippo in a long time. I think it was 15 years. And I fell in love with her. She's just so adorable. And her father just passed away 4 months after she was born in November. I know, it was so sad. But I fell in love with her because she was so tiny and just so cuddly. And her smile, she has a natural smile to her. And it took my soul. It took my heart. I was like, yep, that's my girl right there. That is my girl. She's so spunky and just so vivacious. She loves the audience just like me. Just like me.
You do. You do love your audience.
I do.
See, I had a whole other bit I was going to do, and I just can't go to it.
You should have seen the questions. I had one question just now going, I know you love Baby Fiona, but why do you talk about her and post her so much? And I'm like, because she's so majestic. She is a majestic, beautiful creature of society, and she breaks all the bounds of what big and beautiful means.
Oh, my God. So Fiona promotes body positivity, I'm assuming.
Oh, God. In a healthy way.
Did I just ruin Fiona for you?
Way.
My bad.
In a healthy way, because we don't need women as large as Fiona.
Oh, my gosh. God bless you. God bless you. That's great.
It's the truth, though. When I see these body positive women that weigh 500 pounds that are morbidly obese, I'm just like, you're not body positive. You're just lazy at that point. You can't promote unhealthy behaviors through a bullshit body positive thing. Can we not? No, thank you.
No,
get to the gym,
agree.
get healthy. That's it.
Yeah, the only body positivity I'm seeing is on the scale. It's way positive numbers, in the pluses.
Exactly. The positive, they break the scale though. Okay?
Oh, exactly.
They break the damn scale.
But not Baby Fiona, because she is majestic and she is supposed to look that way.
Absolutely, because she's a hippo. We don't need real women, human beings looking like fucking hippos. If we all wanted to be as majestic as her, we'd be dying of heart failure and fucking cholesterol. Diabetes.
Diabetes, that's right. Oh my gosh. God, we're not going to be able to get through this interview, are we?
I think we will. I think we will. It's just Baby Fiona is an exception to the body positivity movement because she is a hippo. Okay. So it's exceptional for them to be fat and beautiful. Okay?
Understood. I got it.
My friend decided to send me, because he knows I'm obsessed with Baby Fiona, he was so mean. he decided to send me a video, tag me in a video of like lions eating a baby hippo, like attacking one. I couldn't even watch it. I couldn't watch it. I just saw one lion jump on top of the baby hippo, and I was like, I'm done. I told him, I was like, how the hell are you going to tag me in this? I'm like scarred for life. I'm like thinking about baby Fiona, and I'm like, oh my God. Because he's like, I know you love baby Fiona, so here you go. Like, ha ha ha. What
a horrible human being. Jeez.
Right? Terrible.
So
terrible.
That's baby Fiona. I also would like to know how you came up with the name Woman for America.
Well, it was last year. I had deleted all of my social media. I had another page that was just selfies and kind of like family-oriented stuff, and I decided to get rid of all of that, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I needed to focus on myself, whatever. So about 6 months later, I sat down because I started getting into kind of like the whole Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump thing, and I sat down, I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to come back onto social media, I want it to make an impact, and I want my voice to be heard about the opinions I have. So I was with one of my girlfriends, and we were just sitting down drinking wine, and I was like, you know what? I want to make a political page. And not just political, but something just patriotic. And so it literally just popped into my head. Woman for America just popped into my head, and I was like, you know what? That's the perfect slogan for me, and I just did it. And I'll never forget, my first meme was of Donald Trump, and just the meme saying, I think it was like a thing, I don't sugarcoat anything or something like that, whatever. And ever since then, this is where I am now.
And your page has like exploded. You've got so many followers. I mean, you like put me to shame. That's great.
But you know what? Let me tell you this. And I know a lot of people are probably going to hate me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. It's easier to be a woman on social media and promote something like this or anything than it is for a man. Because any man, they might not even follow. A lot of people follow me because they love my content, but at the same time, a lot of people follow me because of my looks, what I look like, what I stand for.
Right.
And I think in today's society, it's always easier. You see all these young people, young men that start these pages, and they are way behind the women that start their pages. I know some women or some girls, not even women, teenage women, girls, that have started their pages after me and are already up to 10K followers, 12K followers. It's that gravitation towards them, you know?
Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that she said that, not me.
I said that. No, I'm admitting it. It is definitely easier. It is easier to build pages. Look at all these models. I mean, come on. You have these patriotic models that post pictures up with guns and stuff. They have hundreds of thousands of followers. And another guy would have the same type of content, but
it's his bros and 5 other friends.
Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Because men love a woman with a personality, but also a strong mind. And that's what it comes down to. They want to look at a beautiful woman, but they also want to see what's behind that and that content. And I think that's why a lot of people gravitate towards me. But I'm also a non-bullshit type of person. If I don't like something that a politician's doing, I'm going to say something. If I don't like what someone else is doing on Instagram, I will air them the fuck out, just like I get aired out.
No, that's good. And yeah, I mean, the looks factor does play into it. Like, even my beautiful wife will say hot chicks like to look at hot chicks and guys like to look at hot chicks. I mean, hot chicks are kind of the universal language.
Hot guys aren't going to look at hot guys. Like, give me a break. When did you ever know a guy that's going to be like, oh, bro, look at those biceps on that guy right there. Look at those chicks. No. But women, us women, love to look at other beautiful women. And it's not that we aspire to be like them. It's because we want to support them. If they have the same ideology as us, we're going to be like, hell yeah. Like, we're on your side, you know?
Right. No,
that's it.
good.
We support one another. Yeah.
Well, that takes me into my next question I was going to ask you. And I'm sure you've had this asked on other podcasts. What was your like red pill moment? Like, what took you from not being politically aware to woke, I guess you would say?
Well, I had dated a guy that was in the Marines, or he was a veteran, I should say. And when we first met and everything, you know, I saw these pictures of him and, you know, what he did and his career, and just he was informing me about a lot of political stuff and a lot about patriotism and military experience and just everything. And before that, I was so naive. I was all about hair, makeup, nails, beauty, that's it. I was so naive. I was so clueless to the outside world and what living in America was all about. He was right after 9/11 happened. I mean, this guy's 43 years old, so he was one of the first groups to go there. So he was just telling me a lot about that, and I started doing my research. I'm like, oh my God, like this is insane. But then, you know, we didn't work out, and, you know, things changed, but I started to do my own research, and then all my friends started to talk about the whole Hillary and Donald Trump thing. And right away, it was so crazy. Out of all my friends, I was like, well, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump. if he's going against Hillary Clinton, because I had already done all my research on Hillary and Donald Trump. I was like, even though he's just a celebrity or whatever, he's a good businessman, and he will do more for this country than Hillary Clinton. I actually lost quite a few friends after that, but I didn't end up making my page until a few months after he won. I didn't make my page until March 28th. Oh. So when he won, I had put up on Facebook, I put up a meme, I'll never forget, I put up a meme of General Mattis, and it said, this is when ISIS knew they were dead or something. I don't know. It was some meme like that. I could screenshot it. And everyone started to just unfriend me off of Facebook, because that was my only thing that I had. And then I got so many DMs, how dare you, like, oh, so you voted for Trump and everything because I put up a Mattis meme. I didn't even put up a MAGA meme. I put up Mattis, Mad Dog Mattis.
Right.
So, yeah, so I stayed off of Instagram. Like, at that point, I didn't have an Instagram, and then boom, March 28th, I said, well, hello, Woman for America. Let the shit show begin.
Yes.
Exactly. And then that's when I said, fuck it, Woman for America. And I just started posting just memes and my opinions. And I said, let's get this shit show started. What's good? What's good, America? And that's it. That's when it all began.
So tell me your feelings on our Presidente, Donald J. Trump.
You know, the thing that I love about Donald Trump is that he does not hold back. You know, he's the first president that has broken the rules with the government. He has made it his plan to do right by the people. And I think we're not used to that. America's not used to a president because we're the millennials. We're not used to a president actually being for the people. So I just love how he's so raw, uncut, and does not give a crap. He has built the bridge with North Korea, which should have happened years ago, but it never happened. But yeah, a lot of his policies, I think he's running this country amazingly. We finally have a president that's thinking about us and putting us first. We need to think about our veterans. We need to think about the poverty that's here in America. We need to think about job opportunities for Americans. If you want to come to this country, you come legally. that is the most important thing that he has stated for this country. We have way too many illegals here, straight up. And they keep coming in. ICE, great. He's hired, a bunch of other people to run ICE. I mean, everything that he's done thus far, I think is great.
I couldn't have said
and
it better.
He's a badass.
Yeah, he is a badass. It was almost like he was raised in New York
he's
or
like,
something.
This is America. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, this is America. And this is what he stands for. He's like, bitch, I grew up here. And I want these people. I want our American people to fucking thrive. Thrive, strive, succeed. You know? And I think that's great.
Yeah, America first. What a concept, right? I mean, I can't believe an actual American would want to put Americans first.
How hypocritical, how dare him? How dare him want to run his country with America first?
Yeah, crazy that an American president would want to put America first. And since we're on the subject of the Donald, and we both like the Donald, there is a policy that you do not agree with the Donald on, because I remember seeing this at one point on your page, and I do believe that is with the issue of pro-life. So why don't we talk about that?
We already know, going into pro-life, we all know that Donald Trump is pro-life. His board is all pro-life with no exception. And I think that's one of the controversial subjects that I disagree with him about. I think, I love Donald Trump. I think he's doing a great job, and I love the staff. I love all of them. But at the same time, I just don't think that we can be so biased when it comes to being pro-life. It is not that simple. We have women that are suffering, women that have been raped, brutally raped. I'm not talking about the ones that are like, this guy raped me. I'm talking about women that have been through heinous acts of rape. And I really do believe that they should have a choice, because coming from someone like myself who has been in that situation, and an extremely brutal situation, for me, I never had an abortion. However, if that did occur during my brutal rape, there's no doubt that I would have had an abortion. And a lot of followers of mine, when I did make a post about it, were like, how dare you? You're just as bad as your rapist. You can't put feelings over a baby. And I understand where they're coming from, but at the same time, they've never been through it. If you have never experienced, being raped and being physically violated in such a way that you honestly feel worthless, you feel disgusting, you feel guilty, you feel all of these, you feel anxious, you have PTSD, you have all these feelings that go through you. I could never imagine giving birth to a child that came from the man that almost murdered me, and it's not black and white for me. I do believe that pro-life is the way to go. However, if a woman is raped, or if it is incest with a child that's been raped by an uncle, a father, a cousin, whatever the case may be, I do believe that they should have a choice. And it's very controversial, because a lot of people are like, no, pro-life all the way. Fuck your feelings. Fuck everything that comes with it. And for me, it's like, how dare you?
Right.
How dare you say that? Because if you haven't been through it, then you should never, ever demean someone just because it's an opinion,
Right.
And I feel like a lot of the people, I got a lot of backlash when I openly said that I was pro-life with exception. I got a lot of backlash. I got called a baby killer, that I was worse than my rapist, that I'm a murderer.
Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
I swear. Remember, I had to disable the comments, and actually Vivacious Veteran was one of the ones that came to bat for me. She made some videos, and she was like, how dare you? And she made it very clear that, she is pro-life, but in my situation, she knew the whole story, though. We were on the phone for like 3 hours, and I told her whole entire horrific story of what I went through. And I'm like, that's why I have the opinion I have.
No.
I can never imagine carrying a child for 9 months from a schizophrenic son of a bitch that broke into my house and did what he did. How? No way. No.
I'm speechless here, which is rare for me. Like, there would be no way that I would even weigh in on something like that. I mean, I guess it's the internet. Everybody's got an opinion. But, geez,
but
if somebody's had that...
That's the problem.
If something like that has happened to somebody else, then that person, the other people need to shut their mouth because they have not walked a mile in your shoes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Damn.
I agree. I think that it comes down to pure ignorance. I'm sorry, but a lot of these people, they think I'm Christian and all this, and it's like, no, I grew up Roman Catholic. However, let me tell you something. Before this happened to me, my parents were pro-life all the way. Pro-life, no exception, blah, 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 like the whole 9 yards of like,
right.
Nope, even if you're raped, even if it's incest, no, how dare you? After this happened to me and they experienced the heart-wrenching things that happened to their child and what I had to go through with the 10 hours, I think it was 9 hours or 10 hours that I was in the hospital after I was raped. Their minds completely changed. Now, I didn't know this until years later, until I actually brought it up to them a year ago. I was like, so what do you think? Like, are you guys still pro-life without exception? And my mom looked at me with this, like, shocked look, like, are you fucking kidding me? She was like, and she told me straight out, I'm pro-life with exception because never would I ever want any mother to have to force their child to go through pregnancy of someone that brutally raped and violated them,
Yeah.
And it's still a sensitive subject.
Yeah. But no, seriously, though, thank you for sharing that with me and with the audience. Hopefully this will open some people's eyes and maybe, if not change some minds, at least give a different perspective. Because a lot of times people just don't think about that stuff because they're not, cognizant of what happens in those situations. So, no, I appreciate you sharing that with us today.
Yeah, because you have to think about it. I mean, when you go through something like that, it's life-changing. You're never the same. After you're raped, after you go through a traumatic experience, you are not the same person. You shut down. You go through sadness. You go through guilt. You go through depression. You go through all these things, PTSD, anxiety. I mean, you feel angry, mad all the time. I mean, the fact that 3 days after the rape, I had to go and speak in front of an indictment jury, 23 strangers,
God.
and answer questions. Yeah, and answer questions that were so detailed
Personal,
and
right?
embarrassing for me. Exactly. Yep. And it's just, people don't understand the process that rape victims go through and the agony that and I didn't even go on trial. My parents were there. They didn't want me. They thought it was best that I stayed out of the hearings and everything. But I mean, if people only knew, if more people knew the amount of pain and struggle that's behind a rape survivor. I'm a survivor and I'm stronger than ever. And I didn't allow this person to break me for a couple of years. Yes, I did. But, if they only knew the agony and the pain and the suffering and the overcoming of this battle, the fight, just to fight for happiness again and normality again is so incredibly hard.
Right.
So that's what I want people to know. It's hard. And for any rape victim out there that is listening to this, I want you to know that, we are survivors and we are not what happened to us. We did not break, and it's okay to break. It's okay to break. It's about how you put the pieces back together to make you stronger and better and to never allow whoever hurt you to get the best of you and hold you back from your dreams and living your life the way you want to live.
Wow. Very well said.
Thank you. It's true.
No, seriously, thank you for sharing that with us. And there's a stance that, especially the right wing, the Republican Party, thinks that politically we need to take. You see what happened to Tomi Lahren. I don't know if you're a fan or not, but she had the nerve to come out on The View, I mean, in the lion's den politically, and say, no, I'm pro-choice. And Republicans lost their mind, and that wacko Glenn Beck fired her. I mean, it's just you get ostracized if you do not carry that party line on abortion. And it blows me away.
Absolutely. And I'm just saying it's very biased. When Tomi Lahren came out as pro-choice, a lot of people hated her. She got a lot of flack for it. And you're right, she got fired. But at the end of the day, they did exactly what the snowflakes, exactly what the liberals did. They ostracized her. And
yes.
Right. And I just feel like you're kind of hypocritical and you're doing exactly what the leftists, the regressive, because we can't call them progressive, the regressives, you're doing exactly what the regressives did, and you're discriminating against a woman who is pro-choice, even though she has all of these conservative views, just because she thinks that people need to stay out of our guns and our bodies. That's what she said. And she got ostracized for it and chastised. Everyone was like, oh, fuck Tomi Lahren. She's a fucking bitch and blah, blah, blah. She's supposed to be conservative, but she's pro-choice. Well, honey, she's got her own goddamn mind. So if she thinks that if she wants to be pro-choice, let her have that choice to be pro-choice or not.
Yes.
That's the beauty of America.
Yeah, different opinions.
I don't hate her. I never hated her. I actually went to bat for her after that on Twitter. I was like, yo, for real, people need to chill out. They need to chill out. Just because you have a different opinion than someone else does not mean you can undermine them, chastise them, and try to alienate them out of a movement, quote-unquote movement.
Yeah, because you're right.
No,
you're right. Yeah, no, it is super bullshit. We're no better than the regressives, as you call it, and I'm going to start using that term.
The regressive left.
The regressive left.
We can't call them progressive. What are they progressing for? Nothing.
Progressing towards socialism, I guess. I don't know.
But yeah, we have the regressive left, and then we have the ultra-biased right. It doesn't make sense to me. The alt-right and the alt-left are exactly the same with different opinions. I'm sorry. I'm calling it out. I'm calling it what it is. The regressive left is just like the alt-right. We have these people that have ultimate biased opinions that will literally chastise and alienate anyone that does not agree with their opinion. And that's exactly what they did to Tomi when she came out with being pro-choice. That's it.
Yep, you're right. And unfortunately, like I always say about the internet, the good thing about the internet is that it gives everyone a voice. And the bad thing about the internet is that it gives everyone a voice. I mean, it's a double-edged sword,
Exactly.
So you're
you have to laugh at the haters.
Yes. I mean, you're going to get haters. I mean, I get haters on my Instagram. I think a lot of them are just, paid trolls. I mean, as soon as you get above 1,000, you just start getting bullshit on your page. Just people just throwing talking points at you.
You get the boring guys that just come to the page, feminists or liberals that are like, oh, you're an inbred or you're racist and you're this and you're that. And it's not even about debating at this point. It's about them just trying to get their voices heard, saying, fuck you fucking racist, you Nazi, blah, blah. They're not trying to debate. They're just trying to make you feel a certain way, which it doesn't even work because we laugh at the other end of the screen. Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Cool. Well, I have a job to get back to, so you can keep typing, but I'm not going to respond. Thank you very much. I have taxes to pay. I have bills to pay, honey. you know.
Oh, dude, that's perfect. And speaking of Instagram love and hate, you kind of swerved me into the next thing I wanted to talk about.
Military.
Yes.
The garden, though?
Badassery.
Really?
Yeah,
oh, man.
You've got a particular troll, a hater on Instagram that will not go away. And he's a right-winger, which is even funnier. And he keeps popping up on the page, and it's become a thing of legend here, even in our little Instagram family. And that's why I wanted to bring it up. I'm sorry, what?
And he's a veteran. He served our country.
Oh, God bless his service.
His little garden gnome soul, you know, standing at 5'5" with his little chiclet $40,000 teeth, you know, he like just chatters away. He likes to talk shit about anyone and everyone that has an opposing opinion. And the problem with him is this. Over a year ago, I had made a post about a friend of mine or someone that, you know, I not look up to, but like aspire to inspire. Like he is an inspiration to many people. His name is Crispy. Mm-hmm. And on one of my friend's pages, he had aired him out, and he was like, yet again, he had screwed over one of his friends during a giveaway. So I researched it. I took all the information, and I posted it. The next day, lo and behold, first of all, I had 10 trolls to my page telling me to make a ham sandwich because he was like in his live stream, like, tell Woman for America, go to that cunt bubbles page and tell her to make me a ham and cheese sandwich or something.
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, oh, my God. Yeah. And I'm like, really? Like, but then what really got him pissed off was the fact that he had gone live that same night calling me a cunt. And all of these women and all of these men were like, how dare you speak about a woman like that? And they started getting angry. They started getting offended by the fact that he was disrespecting a woman. And I think that's what triggered him so much and made him hate me, because all these people started calling him out on it.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, like he has no life though. Like, can we just talk about that real quick?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Absolutely no life. Yeah, he really, like, he lives on social media. He's live every night. He talks shit all the time. But then, at the same time, when he says, I don't want any drama, he's the one who creates drama. And then he goes live with friends of mine and tries to devalue their veteranship and all of that. You know, he's so disrespectful. He's highly respected because he has 1 million followers, but at the same time, the people hate him. They just use him for business and social status. They don't use him because he's a good person. They don't talk to him because he's some grand old man and he's doing good for our society. No, they use him because of his social status. He's a fucking piece of shit. He is a piece of shit, and every time he talks shit about me, I just laugh it off. I'm like, you are such a loser. You're old. You have fucking fake teeth, and you drink so much to the point of, like, screaming into your live streams. Like, are you lost, sir? Are you okay, sir? Like, did you miss the short bus today? Like, are you good?
Oh, my God.
He's a fucking asshole.
Now,
and
I mean, you know, don't
so
hold back.
People.
Tell me how you feel. I mean, I feel like you're holding back a little.
No, he's a fucking asshole. You already know. I'm not going to hold back. He's a fucking garden gnome. Please. He's a loser. And his son was in the background of one of his live streams once. I'll never forget this. And one of my friends actually recorded his live stream. His son was holding an AK or an AR-15. I'm sorry, an AR-15, and like knocked it down. Okay, while he was loading it, and I'm like, "Are you kidding?
What?
Like, why are you allowing your son to do this?" And then he's getting his dick sucked on live stream by a hooker, and yet you're married.
What? No.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
He is just scum to me. He's just scum. Like, I hate to even give him a platform at this point, but I do really want to just air him out. He is an awful person. He is an opportunist, and he will do anything in his power to get more followers, to get more money, to gain more respect. And I'm not going to give him his fucking respect. You're not going to demand respect from me. And fuck you is what I have to say to him. He's a fucking loser. The other night he was on live stream talking shit about me again, you know, and it's just
Okay,
like really
again,
like I
and
haven't.
how long ago was this? Didn't you say the altercation was like a year ago?
A year ago when I had my old page, a year ago, and he's still talking about me. Oh, well, Woman for America, I hate her. Like, okay, get over it, honey. Like, are you still triggered? You snowflake? You fucking hobbit? Like, I don't get it. Calling me a cum bubble, but honey, like, you have to pay for women that look like me to have sex with you.
Damn!
Are you kidding me? Like,
Oh, damn.
but he's the shit, right? I mean, it's just pathetic at this point. It's like, can you, like, just grow up and, like, move past what I said about you? Like, that was a year ago, and he's still on it. Well, I hate Woman for America for this reason. And I'm like, really? You can't just get over it? And even one of my guy friends who has, like, I don't know, I think he has, like, 90,000 followers. He was the one who actually DM'd me about his live stream going, yo, I went to bat for you. Like, this guy was talking shit. Did you see what he said? I was like, no, because he blocked me.
Did he, like, screenshot or anything?
Yeah, he did. And then my other guy friend actually was the one on live stream with him when he was talking shit about me. So he had actually, I'll send you the link. He had actually sent me the link. It's on YouTube. Like, it's on the guy's YouTube. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you still are saying Woman for America? And let it be known that I gained about 100 followers from that. So thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you,
yeah,
Kelly.
No.
He's got a bitch name for a bitch-ass personality that he has. Like,
God.
his mom did something right.
Oh, my God.
We're going to just name him Kelly.
Oh,
Kelly's a nice name. There you go.
wow.
Daddy got 5'5", bow-legged, with fake teeth.
He sounds like he needs to have, like, one of those old school, like, 50s country songs written about him. Started at 5'5" with the chiclet teeth.
I mean, even when he aired me out, I'm telling you this right now, I had all of 10 people come to my page. Out of 1 million people, 10 people came to my page asking me to make them ham and cheese sandwiches, okay? Out of 1 million people. All of 10 people came to my page saying that. I'm like, wow, so impressive.
So most of those followers are just opportunists, like you said, and damn,
I think so.
couldn't happen to a nicer guy, it sounds like. I mean, I don't know the guy, but geez, from what you're telling me, good Lord.
I mean, he's just a nasty human being. I mean, you know, I respected him back in the day. Like, we never had beef. I didn't even know the guy, and I donated to his charity for animal rescue when Houston got hit with that huge hurricane.
Right.
I donated to his charity, and he had sent me a shirt in appreciation to me, and you know, all that. And then, you know, I started sharing a lot of shit about him, and then, you know, I had to put my 2 cents in because I really like Crispy, and I didn't appreciate the fact that he did what he did to him. I mean, they're on good terms now, so good for them, but at the same time, at that time, they weren't, and I went to bat for him, but fuck that guy. He's such an asshole. Like, he's an idiot. Like, and of course, like, this year I might be going to SHOT Show, so I'm, like, afraid that I might run into him and he might, like, curse me off.
Oh,
and
no.
I'll just, you know, I don't think he will. Like, he is forever triggered, and I feel like it is what it is. Forever triggered. I will forever be triggered. Do you really want to live forever? Triggered, man. triggered. You know, he'll forever be triggered by Rose. Woman for America.
Amen. That's awesome.
Fucking amen. Loser.
That's
He's
right.
such a loser. I can't wait. He'll be listening to this, cursing me off, and then he's gonna make. You know what? He's gonna make a counter podcast and response video, and it's gonna be hilarious.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
And it's
right-wing
gonna be
cannibalism,
hilarious.
it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
I don't even think he's. I don't know what he is. I think he's just special needs at this point. Like, is he right? Is he right? Is he on the right? I think he's just for himself, like military badassery. Just
Right.
himself. He's for himself, and that's it. I don't think he has anyone's best interest in heart. I think he has his best interest in heart, and that's it. That's it. He represents himself. And I feel like that's why a lot of people have animosity towards him. And I don't appreciate that. If you're not for the people, you're doing nothing. You know, he'll do everything if it comes down to money. That's it. And if it benefits himself.
Yeah, pretty narcissistic, it sounds like.
Yeah. I mean, shit, he spent $40K on his teeth. I mean... Like,
okay, can we go back and revisit that since you're talking about it? How do we know about this?
Teeth?
I want to know about these chiclet teeth.
Okay, so he had a live stream once where, like, people were like, are your teeth fake? And he was like, well, it's $40,000 worth of dental work, so I'm guessing they're free. They're fake. He's got fake teeth. I mean, if you have $40K of dental work,
then you've got elephant ivory in there. They had some poacher from Africa bring the elephant tusks and shave them down and make perfect chiclets for the Hobbit. Yeah.
Horse teeth. Maybe, you know what? I wouldn't even go that far. I think they probably transplanted horse teeth in that mouth.
Oh, my gosh. This poor guy.
The
like
fucking
I said, I don't even know
leprechaun.
him. I'm just taking your word for it.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe you should go on his page. I mean, I think he's private because he's a pussy, but, you know.
Oh, my gosh.
If you dare to go on his page, it's just regurgitated military photos and stupid ads. Like, that's it.
Actually, you almost swerved me into the next thing I wanted to talk about. I was going to give you a chance to plug yourself here for free, like where can people find you and whatnot. But you said you were representing some, who was it at the show?
Oh, yeah. I'm representing RMA Armaments. So it's a company that sells top quality armory for tactical operators, police force, military, everything. Like, they are the king of armory. So they had asked me kindly a month ago if I would be the ambassador, and I said absolutely. I've been following both the pages for a very long time, and I'm very honored to be ambassadoring for them. So, yeah. And I make posts every week with them. I think they're just great. You know, if you're tactical or an operator, quote unquote, an operator, anything, I think it's great armory for anyone. And they actually have a sale going on right now, $99 per plate. So hit them up.
There you go. RMA Armaments, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
And where can my lovely followers find out more about you or follow you? Obviously, your Instagram. But where else can we find out more about you? What are your other social media platforms?
Twitter, Woman for America, with one A. So it's Woman for America on Twitter. You can find me there. I post almost every single day. And yeah, so Woman for America on Instagram, and then Woman for America with one A on Twitter.
Okay. And I'm going to put in the show notes of the podcast some links where people can go there directly. But just in case, on your Instagram, it's Woman for America, and it's 2 A's at the end, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that my listeners knew that. Dude, this has been a blast.
It really has. I mean, I've enjoyed it. Shit, we've been on the phone for what, like an hour?
Yes.
Amazing. Amazing.
This has been good. Anything else you would like to add before I let you go?
Yes. Any woman out there that has been sexually assaulted, I am with you. Whatever choice you make, I'm with you. And don't ever let your attacker make you or break you. You are not broken. You will get through it, and you will strive, and don't ever let anyone hold you back from living. Don't ever let anyone hold you back from living, from pursuing your dreams, or break your happiness. I love you all.
Very well said. And that will do it for us on Publitarian Podcast. Our amazing, beautiful, patriotic Instagrammer known as Woman for America. Thank you for being here on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, my dear. And we will see you next time on Publitarian Podcast.
You've been listening to Publitarian Podcast. Copyright 2018.